Hey tubes, I was tearing this engine down just for fun today, and I'm gonna film it because I thought it was kind of cool. And these fasteners, there's 4 of these. They look like a big Torx head, so I used a 6.5/16 socket on those. The ignition coil is bad, right here, CDI coil. And I can't take this pulley off, or I couldn't. All the bearings in here looked pretty decent. The oil seals looked alright, but I was using heat trying to get that off, and I ruined that oil seal. But it doesn't matter because that coil was ruined. So I'll just take this off. And these aren't bearing surfaces actually. So you know, these are the bearings, and there's needles in them. They're needle bearings. I'll show you one. This oil seal looks alright. It's pliable. Here's one of the needle bearings. And take the connecting rod off. These were torqued really tight when I got it, and you'll see something about this connecting rod that some of you may have not seen. Before. It's a type of needle bearing. Well, it's just a needle bearing. You can see one's missing because I dropped one, but yeah, there's loose needles in there, as you can see. And there's a steel piece in here, and if you pop that out, it's just aluminum. So this might be another reason why Lawnboy switched to making 4-strokes. Because you have to make all of these little parts and all these needles, and it's the equipment to set these needles in is probably expensive. The way I did it, I just put them all on one side and then kind of spun it around, and that was the best way I found. Otherwise, you're just going to be working on it for a long time, unless one of you knows a better way. All these bearing races and stuff look good on the crank. Very little wear. You can see all these little needle bearings. They're just loose needle bearings. Not my preferred type of bearing. But here's the piston. Of course, this has a little wear, but nothing major at all. This cylinder actually has a sleeve in it. I don't know if you can see there the contrasting colors, and if I get a magnet out, take this little collar back. It's magnetic. And there's a bunch of ports in here. There's quite a few. I don't know how many you can see because my camera screen is adjusted poorly. But there's some of these freeze plugs or core plugs, Welsh plugs, whatever. I don't know what their proper name is. And those are actually, I didn't know why they were there, but it's because they were drilling ports, and that's how they plugged off the ports. And there's not very much wear in this engine. See, there's some carbon on the exhaust port, but nothing major at all. So it was a very solid engine, except for coil, and this piston has some minor scoring. Not too bad. It would still run pretty well. This doesn't look too good, but it ran well. And the wrist pin was held in by circlips. Here they are. They're C clips. But if you look at this wrist pin, you'll see on one side it's purple and on the other it's blue. And I was talking to someone else who has one of these engines, and they had the same marks from overheating or something, but their engine ran without oil. It was actually pimpin' pens. This top ring has a very steep bevel on it, and the bottom ring is just flat. So that's my lawnboy engine and all of the parts and stuff on it. I got quite a few fasteners from it, you know, parts for other engines. I'll probably put it back together just for parts. Save space. And this also has a needle bearing. I hope you liked this video. Unfortunately, it would that coil cost too much for it to be worth it, so I'm just leaving this engine as is for parts.